the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Unto the day of judgment and the perdition of the ungodly. The earth is stored up, right? And the heavens, stored up, right? Now, when we read in Revelations, where are the chosen people of the Most High going to dwell after judgment? Where, I mean, but not specific, but well, we read in Revelations that it says that John says that he saw a new heaven and a new earth, right? Because what happened to the old heaven and the old earth? It passed away, right? It got burned up. It is stored up with the heavens and the earth. Is stored up to the end when judgment comes. With the unrighteous, it will be burned. This is what he's stating here. Read it from the beginning.
Verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Because they are reserved. When you got a table reserved for you, what is it? Waiting on your arrival, right? Right. So it's waiting to the day of judgment. The heaven and the earth is reserved, and it will be judged. Right? Let's read verse 9.
Verse 9. Yahuwah is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to us, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Okay, so it's telling you here that, like when you read verse 7, it says, by the same word are kept in store. So it's telling you, by the word of the Most High, these things are going to happen. But it's not because the Most High is slack that it hasn't happened yet. But it says through long suffering, because it's not his desire that we be burned up. He's waiting for us to come to repentance, so that in this given season, when it's time for these things to happen, we won't be burned up. He's giving us the opportunity, right, to take advantage of all of these things that he's given to us. I mean, he's given us prophets. He done gave us, all of these different messengers. And even today, we got all these different messengers that's even around the globe that's delivering a message of truth. Like, there's no reason why you can't receive truth in this day and age, being in, like, the age of information. All you got to do is just point and click, and you can get whatever it is that you want. So if you're truly seeking after the Most High, and you hear it all the time, like, I just went on YouTube, and I just want to know, like, are we the people? Or I just want to know, I just pray, if this true, then just, and people getting it. You know what I mean? It's the day and age where people are getting it. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 1. Because, I mean, it's really, for that long suffering, we really should be, I know that some of us who feel like that we've been on this walk for a long time, and it's been a long journey. Some of us kind of like waiting and anticipating for that day, but it tells us in I think it's in, I know it's in the prophets, but it tells us that the day of the Most High is going to be vengeance. It's going to be a bad day. It ain't going to be a good thing. It's going to be an awful day. Exactly. Was it?
It's in Amos chapter 5.
Okay, but it's not going to be a good thing. But we should rejoice at the fact that he is long suffering, and rejoice at the fact that we will be tried by this fire in order to perfect our walk. You understand what I mean? Let's start at verse 7.
The book of 1 Peter, chapters 1 and verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried with fire.
Though it be what?
Though it be tried with fire.
The trial of your faith, though it be tried with fire, read.
Might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Read.
Whom having not seen, you love. And whom through now you have not seen him. Yet believing, you rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your soul.
So it even lets you know that the salvation of your souls don't come into the end of faith. Still right there. You know, nobody is walking around here saved. You're not saved until you endure unto the end. Read.
Exactly. Of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you, searching what manner of time the spirit of Hamashiach, which was in them, did signify.
That's good right there. Okay. Let's go to chapter 4. Let's go to chapter 4. But verse 7, that the trial of your faith, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and esteem at the appearing of the Mashiach, right? This is a good thing, the trial of your faith, because it's, like I said, when you put gold in the fire, you're perfecting it. You're removing the impurities. You're making it acceptable, right? The same thing with your faith. Let's read verse 12.
1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice.
But do what?
But rejoice.
But do what?
But rejoice.
But rejoice. Why?
Inasmuch as you are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right? Let's jump to John, the Gospel of John, 15 and 18. Because it says, but rejoice in as much as you are partakers in the sufferings of the Mashiach, right? Now we walking hand in hand when we deal with this fiery trial. That we partaking in the suffering that the Messiah felt, right? Because he was tried as well, wasn't he?
Yes.
15 and 18.
The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 18. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you.
So we rejoicing in the fact that we partakers in this long suffering, or in this what do we call it? Suffering that the Mashiach felt. So when we hated by people, it's not a big thing because they hated him first, and we hate it because we love him, right? Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 4. Chapter 4, verse 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remains in Jerusalem shall be called Kadesh, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the master shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning.
And by the spirit of burning, that's how you're going to purge away the filth, right? Read verse 3 again.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remains in Jerusalem shall be called Kadesh, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem.
Everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. What does that mean to be written among the living?
Book of life.
In the book of life, right? Let's go to Revelations 3. 3 and verse 5.
The book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 5. He that overcomes, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life.
He that does what?
He that overcomes.
He that overcomes, right? Overcomes what you think you got to overcome. That fiery trial, right? But it says that you will not have your name blotted out of the book of life. And then what?
But I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels.
Right? All right, I want to read this out of the book of Enoch. Well, I'm going to let Shofar read it. Out of the book of Enoch. Chapter 24 and verse 3.
book of Enoch, chapter 24 and verse 3. And the seventh mountain was in the midst of these, and it excelled them in height, resembling the seat of a throne, and fragrant trees encircled the throne. And amongst them was a tree such as I had never smelt, neither was any among them, nor were others like it. It had fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaves and blooms and wood wither not forever. And its fruit is beautiful, and its fruit resembled the dates of a palm. Then I said, how beautiful is this tree, and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and it blooms very delightful in appearance. Then answered Michael, one of the Kadesh and honored angels, who was with me, and was their leader.
Yeah, keep reading.
And he said unto me, Enoch, why do you ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree? And why do you wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, this high mountain, which you have seen, whose summit is like the throne of the Most High, is his throne, where the set apart great one, the master of glory, the eternal king, will sit when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for this fragrant tree,
What tree y'all think this is?
tree what?
Tree of life, maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know. Let's read.
let's see.
Something I read some of that. I ain't done reading it though. I can't remember.
And as for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all, and bring everything to its consummation forever.
And bring everything to an end forever. Read.
It shall be given to the righteous and to the Kadesh. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect.
We just found out who the elect was, right? Read.
It shall be transplanted to the Kadesh place, to the temple of Yahuwah, the eternal king. Then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad. And into the Kadesh place shall they enter, and its fragrance shall be in their bones. And they shall live a long life on earth, such as their fathers lived. And in their days shall no sorrow or plague or torment or calamity touch them. Then bless I the Most High of glory, the eternal King, who has prepared such things for the righteous, and has created them and promised to give to them.
That's good right there. So yeah, this in fact is the tree of life, but that's what's laid up in store for us. If we, like we read here, he that overcometh, his name will not be blotted out. And we get to eat from the tree of life that no man can touch until the day of judgment. But once the day of judgment comes and we're allowed to touch it and eat of it, that's what it say, that the fragrance is gonna come out of your bones.
Wow. No more mustiness.
Let's go back to Matthew.
The same tree that Adam and Eve eat from.
Right. Matthew chapter 13. Okay.
No,
13 and 24.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 24. Another parable put he forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said to him, Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? From whence then